Hearings into the July unrest are continuing at the South African Human Rights Commission. Earlier, Soweto community leader Themba Makhubela described the situation in South Africa as a ticking time bomb. He said this was due to the high unemployment rate.
In every corner, every street, especially in the malls, you will see young people who are on drugs called nyaupe, something like that. And before 1994, we never had such challenges. When you invite young people, for instance, when you invite community to say there's a project, and a job, we call it is a job opportunity, but we call them a project because they've got specific time that it must start and it's going to finish within that specific time. You invite members to say there is this project, maybe a paving, or there's a job opportunities, please come and submit your CVs. Now, in that ward, you will find that you will reach 20.
Well, our reporter Malungelo Booi was following proceedings from there today, and he joins me now with more. Malungelo, firstly, let's just begin with the evidence that has come out of both these townships, because we saw just how devastated they were by the impact of this violence.
In fact, both Alexandra Township and Soweto, Kathy, were the center of these unrest here in Gauteng, as you've heard from that community leader actually saying that what we saw, it actually shows that South Africa is a ticking time bomb, saying that our communities, talking about the townships, both here in Gauteng and also in KwaZulu-Natal, and perhaps, Kathy, in other parts of the country, that there is a hopelessness, poverty levels are high, unemployment is high. That's why he says it's easy for people to actually be easily influenced. They also believe, though, that poverty was the reason why some people, in fact, had joined some of these unrest. It was also interesting, Kathy, hearing both leaders from Alexandra Township and also Soweto saying that police were actually ill-prepared to deal with what was unfolding in front of them. But here's another interesting that we've heard from some of these community leaders. They're saying that they had, in fact, shared some information with the police prior to the violence that we saw. Remember, we've heard from the police minister and the police here in Gauteng saying that actually we did not receive any intelligence. We've also heard Becky Cele actually this week at this inquiry also saying that there was no intelligence. We've heard then from the former State Security Minister, Ayanda Joshua, also at the same hearings saying that, well, we did share some intelligence with the security cluster in this regard.
Let's talk about the point that communities then began mobilizing themselves to defend some of these properties, whether it was shopping malls, stores. Has any of that come out today in terms of how that mobilization was taking place?
It was actually quite interesting how communities, Kathy, who were involved in the looting, how they immediately went in some of these key structures. One of the community leaders from Alexandra was saying that messages would actually go quick as 3 minutes after people received messages. People would be in those spaces targeting those malls. Again, we've heard how police were actually overwhelmed and unprepared whatsoever, you know, with what was unfolding in their ears. One of the community leaders from Soweto actually at some point said, we actually could not do anything because as community leaders we could see that we were also overpowered and police did not actually even have enough resources to deal with what was happening.
Malungelo Booi, we're going to leave it there for tonight, and of course Malungelo is watching those hearings for us.